Edward lives with his family. He is 18 and has cerebral palsy.
I had care for 1 hour every day in the mornings from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock in the morning. That was largely based around personal care, washing, dressing, showering, that sort of thing, to help me get up in the mornings. And that was previously the only care provision I'd had. I'd been very lucky to have a very supportive family around me, and they provided quite a lot of my care. But as I got older, help was needed around the house with personal care in the mornings. So an agency were brought in to help me. I was introduced to personal budgets by my social worker, and that they were really helpful. They thought the scheme would really benefit me. I am now almost 19, and strange enough, I've not really had that much chance to interact socially as perhaps a normal young adult would. So I'm really looking forward to using my personal budget to expand my social horizons, to possibly get out a bit more, and to really live a better quality of independent and hopefully fun young adult life. With the grant from the RLF and that I've received, I will hopefully be attending the Orpheus Centre, which is a specialist disabled performing arts college. And they focus on increasing a young person's confidence and also their ability to live independently. And when you're a disabled young person, the level of almost protective instinct in the family unit goes up, and your parents or your other family members might tend to be more protective towards you. And I think me having now my own personal budget has really signalled, if you like, a handing over of power or a passing of the reins, and it shows it will move me and my family, and particularly my parents, into a different stage of a relationship.
One of the things that we found with Ed is that there suddenly becomes this transition from what is effectively your son as a young boy. It becomes 18, and he is now treated as an adult in his own right. And the difficulty, I think, always as a parent is that you can be compensatory, particularly with a disabled child. The great thing that I think we've found is that the personalised budget has been a bit of a liberator for Ed and his thinking, in as much that where previously, if you like, the level of social care would have been not prescriptive but would have been far more regime and routine, it actually turns that on its head a little bit and says, okay, what does the individual need as a disabled person, and how best can I now use that money that I've got to suit those needs?
I mean, obviously there are opinions that social services are trying to shirk their responsibilities, but I think that this programme, in terms of overall personal budgets and the whole idea, has been set out with the best intentions. And it's okay to find it intimidating, sure, but even if that is the case, I would recommend it to anybody to at least give themselves the opportunity to have control over their finances, which is obviously a big part of any person's adult life, whether that be a disabled or able-bodied individual. I think choice and control, they're really the buzzwords of a personal budget, because that's the thing. It's a personal budget. You use it how you wish, how you see fit, and you can use it as flexibly and creatively as you want to meet your own needs. You can't instantly become independent overnight. You have to learn to do it. So even if there is a difficulty with the personal budget programme, then those difficulties that arise provide a perfect gauge, a perfect barometer to see how you're doing, because you can say to yourself, right, I'm having a difficulty, but if I think about it, a year ago or 6 months ago or however long ago, I wouldn't have been able to do this. The Disabilities Resource Centre have been really, forthcoming with their support, and I think that even though I have spoken a lot about the personal budget and its positives, I think a support foundation like that, whether it be from the DRC or parents or a wider network is really important. I mean, obviously you can't always do it on your own. To manage your own accounts or to manage your own budgets for even for an able-bodied person is a massive responsibility, and it's a big commitment. So I can see how possibly it might be quite an intimidating responsibility for somebody to take on.
Would you recommend a personal budget to other people?
100% yes. I would say to any disabled young person who wanted to feel like they were in control of their life, because obviously as a disabled young person sometimes you are not in full control of your life, or you may not be, and I'd say to anybody who wanted to take more control of their life and their lifestyle, they should really look into it. So talk to your social worker and go through the right channels, and independent life can really change your life. Yeah, I am just really looking forward to the overall experience of college life, and I think that I really have to say that the personal budget has been a real support and a real comfort when I'm taking that step.